What up, HyperChange? Welcome to another episode, the show about the era of perpetually accelerating disruption that we're living in. Today we're talking about Tesla. Tesla deliveries for the Q2 25 quarter. We're just a week or two away from quarter's end. Tesla had a very weak Q1 deliveries with the weakest in about 3 years. Now, estimates, I'm just pulling this up on Kalshi, the prediction marketplace is saying 358,000 deliveries for the quarter, which would be a slight increase from 337,000 deliveries in Q1, but still one of the lowest we've seen since Q3 2022 when they delivered 344,000. So people are just curious how much of the Q1 slowdown was due to the Model Y refresh, how much was it due to backlash about Elon's politics. And what I think is even more interesting is in that all the years I've been covering Tesla, the vehicles delivered per quarter has been this North Star metric for how the company's doing, their benchmark for progress. You know, how is Tesla doing? How many cars are they selling? That's all I really cared about. And so now that is changing rapidly. And metaphorically, as the company goes from a vehicle company to an AI and robots company, you know, also the KPIs to track what the company are changing as well. So even though deliveries took a huge hit in Q1 and are probably going to not be this strong this quarter, you know, we're talking year over year declines. I mean, Q2 last year was 444,000. I think there's no way they do that. Q2 2023 was 466,000. I think there's no way they're going to hit that. So with Tesla's core vehicle business in decline, coming at the exact same time when robotaxis are launching in Austin, people are showing all these pictures of the robotaxis driving around with no one in them. So it feels like we're in this super fascinating inflection moment where Tesla, where Q2 deliveries are going to suck. Nobody cares. All eyes are on this new part of the business, robotaxis, which I would like to introduce a new metric to value Tesla, or that I am watching, which is Robotaxi Rides delivered, or like successful Robotaxi rides. Basically, how many rides have they given where somebody pays them for a ride? And I think that is going to be the new metric that we all are focused on for Tesla. It may not take a couple quarters to come out because it's going to be so low, but even 10 or 20 cars doing 10 or 15 rides a day starts to add up to thousands of rides really quickly, you know, and then it's 10 or 15 bucks a ride. This is going to quickly start scaling into millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of revenue and start to offset this decline in the vehicles business. And so, or in the just core selling vehicles business. So, and maybe, you know, will the market always be focused on robotaxi? Will they go back to focusing on vehicle sales? Or is Tesla being valued as this sort of startup now where even though they're worth $1 trillion, they're tackling these massive problems like robotaxi and humanoid robots that could be, like if you look at the risk reward payout for Tesla and the sort of risk profile, it's a lot more like a startup than it is a mature company. You're not buying it on the earnings today. You're not buying it on the vehicle delivery business. You're buying it on the potential for robotaxi to dominate and the potential for Optimus to dominate. So that's why I think people don't care about the deliveries anymore. It's all about how many robotaxi rides are happening, how profitable are those rides, how fast can they scale those rides. That is where the focus is for Tesla stock now. And then you also, this is kind of a random side note, but the energy business has been doing super well and have been kind of offsetting the declines in the vehicle business. So that's also a nice little factor to throw in there. But I don't know, as someone who made so many videos throughout the years analyzing Tesla's deliveries, seeing them go from just delivering a couple thousand cars to a few million a year. So even though I'm saying like, oh, the Tesla's deliveries suck and no one cares, they're still delivering over like 350,000 cars a quarter, which is like 1.5 million cars a year. So one of the world's largest auto companies, fully electric. I mean, to say that's a bad quarter is not really true. It's just bad compared to where Tesla was, kind of. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, Tesla's still crushing it. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this played out. You have the Model Y refresh, which I've even seen driving around here in Seattle, believe it or not, looking so good. My boy Jay Filchi, shout out to him, got his new Model Y. He's loving it. It looks so baller. FSD works great. The new Model Y is ramping up. So how much of the Q1 dip was due to the Model Y ramp? How much of it was due to people backlashing over Elon's politics? Sales are down in Europe, they say. Car sales are just down in general because of the economy. So will sort of strength in China and a bounce back in the US be able to offset decreasing Europe? That'll be very interesting. I don't know if this Kalshi delivery estimators right. 358,000 as I make this video is like the consensus bet. It says like 1 million people have bet on this. I think it's really cool that prediction markets are covering this even. I think it's a key moment in Tesla's history where for the first time in 10 or 12 years, the metric isn't how many cars they delivered, but it's how many Robotaxi rides have been given. And so we're entering the new era, the self-driving car era, Robotaxi era for Tesla. It's epic. Let me know what y'all think. Are you caring about the deliveries? What do you think they are? Does it even matter? Is it all about the rides? How many rides are we gonna do this quarter? You know, is it gonna be, can we hit 1,000 rides? That would be pretty sick. So, and I'm also getting major FOMO. I'm not in Austin because it looks so cool to see these, like the Robotaxi logo on the side of the car driving around with no one in it. Oh, looks good. So anyway, Tesla deliveries are coming up. No one cares. See y'all next time. Peace.